With the launch of the iPhone 17 Pro series, we finally have something that at least looks new. But the question is it actually better? We'll save that question for another time because in this video, we'll be checking out the new design of the iPhone 17 Pro and how it feels in the hand. So, let's begin. So let's start with the box of this phone because overall, it looks exactly the same as the previous boxes. But one thing we get to see is the actual new design of the phone. So if you look here, we can see the all new design of the 17 Pro and it really does look different. For the rest of the box, we have the typical stuff, having the iPhone logo on the sides of the phone and the color matched Apple logo on the top and bottom. Flipping over to the back of the phone, we have the usual text, serial numbers, IMEI, and we also have our two pull tabs. So yeah, let's get on with the unboxing of this phone. And honestly, I'm really excited for this as well because this is the first time I'm going to be seeing the iPhone 17 Pro's new redesign in person and actually holding it to see how much of a difference does the rounded unibody design actually make. So let's get on with the unboxing. Here we go. Taking off pull tab number 1. Okay. You know, something really does feel different with Apple seals this year. I unboxed the 16 Pro Max last year and definitely these seals feel a lot harder. And honestly, I like it more. It feels like there's more resistance and there's more excitement as you pull off these peels. Let's move on to the second one. There we go. Same level of resistance. Now, we'll actually look at the phone itself. And oh, interesting. Oh yeah, now that actually does look a lot different in person, even compared to the photo. In my opinion, I really like this new design. I think having something new, and especially because it's not just for the sake of being new, but actually having benefits, being the thermal conductivity, I'm a big fan of that. But let's set this phone to the side first and take a look at what actually comes, or at least the little that comes inside this box. Okay, so for this phone, we have the same exact braided Type-C cable and SIM ejector, and besides that, we have nothing. We have nothing. No manuals? That's interesting. The iPhone 17 Pro Max doesn't even come with a manual. Well, I mean, I don't know anyone who actually reads them, so saving paper, I guess. So let's just put these to the side first and let's take a look at the main star of the show, the 17 Pro Max. Just looking around the phone before we dive deeper into the screen, there's the design. We have the camera plateau, as Apple would call it, and the new back glass design. Honestly, I'm a little torn about this Apple logo placement. I know they wanted it to be symmetrical with the glass portion, but it just looks a little out of place. In a sense, not the biggest deal in the world. You can always slap a case on it, it won't be seen at all. But if I had a choice, I think I would definitely still keep it where it was. Just for the sake of, you know, being able to stay inside the MagSafe ring. Because that's another thing to note, guys. The MagSafe ring on this phone still remains on the upper portion of the phone. It does not go down to match the logo. So if you had a case, it would most likely have a little cutout on the MagSafe ring in order to accommodate for that Apple logo. Moving on to the sides of the phone, on the right side of the phone, we have the action button, the volume rockers up and down, and also the SIM tray. This is, of course, not the US model, which comes in only eSIM. This is the international variant, which has a physical SIM card slot. Moving on to the other side, we have the power button and the camera control. Same as last year, nothing has changed. Everything remains the same. Speaker grills, I also noticed, are now symmetrical. So on both sides, they are now the exact same number and length. Feeling this phone in my hand for the first time, it's more rounded. Like if you hold this phone, it feels a lot more comfy, I must say, because now that there's no glass that directly sandwiches the sides, I like it. It's a nice touch. I really do also like the camera plateau design. I think it looks really modern and really nice, and it definitely makes the phone look a lot newer and fresher. So I'm definitely all in for that. So yeah, overall similar, but from a distance, it really does look new and different. So let's just remove this pull tab now. There we go. Here's the screen. Let's just power it on. Overall, the screen looks about the same as it is on 16 Pro Max. This phone is listed at 6.9 inches based on Apple's website. So I'm assuming that it hasn't really changed that much. And there we go. We have the hello, and yeah, everything looks mostly the same. And of course, Apple did upgrade the front glass on this phone now. It is using Ceramic Shield 2, I believe, which makes it a lot more scratch resistant. So I won't be testing that. I will definitely be slapping on a screen protector to prevent any scratches from coming onto this phone. But definitely there are lots of durability test videos you could take a look on the internet right now. And yeah, overall, in the hand, I definitely have to say it does feel a little cheaper compared to titanium and stainless steel. But if Apple's performance and heat claims actually stand out to be true, I think switching over to aluminum might have been worth it. One of the things I wanted to mention definitely was the color. So why do I think silver is the best color? It's because the natural color of aluminum is silver. And when it comes to aluminum iPhones, we've seen this over the years, especially on those highly saturated painted colors, they tend to chip. And I think we've been seeing many photos of those going around online of 17 Pros chipping, getting dented easily, scratched easily. So one of the main ways to prevent that from happening is definitely going with silver. And number two, putting a case on it. So yeah, that's been my unboxing of the iPhone 17 Pro Max in silver, which once again, I personally think is the best color. And honestly, once again, I really do like this new design. There are some quirks. I will say it's not perfect, but definitely a refreshing change to see. You know, Apple really trying to rock the boat with iPhone design and overall performance. And if you're interested in seeing more content on the iPhone 17 or tech in general, then definitely stay tuned. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and until next time.